sunshine. So today I wanted to sit down and show you guys what I do for my everyday makeup routine for the summertime. And in this makeup routine, I am only using affordable products. I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about some options that you have to adding to your makeup collection for the summertime, because some of us do have to switch up our foundations and the powder we use depending upon the skin type we have. I know I have to use a lot more mattifying products in the summer just because I sweat so much and my skin is so oily. But I also wanted to make this video because I'm not doing anything too difficult with my makeup. I'm not doing anything complex. So if you want to get an introduction and show how you can add some more makeup into your everyday get ready in the morning routine, or if you just kind of want an introduction to some products that you could start looking into, I kind of made this video, so it's nothing too complex and it's using affordable products, so I think this is a really great introduction video for a lot of makeup beginners. So I'm really excited to make this a makeup tutorial and I really hope it goes well. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section down below. I do my very, very best to respond to all the comments I get, but I get so many on a daily basis. I am so sorry if I miss you, but if I do miss you, literally you could just comment the same thing and I will check, and if I see it multiple times, I'll definitely make sure that I get back to you. But I love hearing from you all in the comment section down below. With all that said, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do before you even put anything on is you want to make sure you have clean hands and you want to make sure you have a clean face. I just recently, like 2 minutes ago, washed my face and I washed my hands and put on hand sanitizer. That way I'm making sure that I don't transfer any bacteria and dirt or grease, anything onto my face with my hands. Why do I talk with my hands so much? But if you don't wash your hands before you start touching your face, you increase your chances of clogging your pores, which increases your chance of getting acne, and that's not something that a lot of us want. Also, washing your face before you put on makeup will help ensure that you have a longer makeup application because you're putting it on a clean surface. If you put makeup on top of oil, your makeup's not going to stay on. The makeup isn't going to have the ability to do it's like what it was made to do. So by making sure that you start off with a clean slate to put everything on, you're going to help ensure that your makeup stays on longer and it looks fresh for a longer period of time. The first thing that I'm going to be starting off with is the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. I'm going to be using this primer because I do find that it does a decent job of filling in my pores, and at this moment in time, I'm not really worried about using a primer that is too mattifying, because I am going to be pairing a mattifying powder and a mattifying foundation together. However, if you have really super duper oily skin, I would recommend the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. If I'm looking to like go hardcore, full coverage, plus mattifying all day because I'm going to be out in like 6 million degree weather, I pair up the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation, and the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. And girl, my foundation don't go anywhere. I'm full coverage all day and I'm matte all day, and that's actually like, that's, what else could you want? I mean, really, unless you have dry skin, then I could understand why you wouldn't want to stay matte all day. So before I apply my foundation, I'm doing my brows, and I am using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in shade Brunette to fill in my brows. I'm not really doing too much shaping. I did give myself a bit of an arch where I have a bald spot on this eyebrow, and I will just extend my arch right here on this side. This is $10, and believe it or not, this is the most expensive product out of all of the products that I'm going to be using here. However, I do know that Ulta does a lot of buy one get one free or buy one get one 50% off with NYX, so you can, like, when they have a sale, hop on and get yourself 2 of these. I am using shade Brunette, and it is a little too dark for the hair color that I have now. I haven't gotten any new makeup since I've lightened my hair, but that's okay because I can still make it work. So if my eyebrows look a little too dark, that is why. So after doing my brows, I like to apply my foundation. There are 2 reasons behind that. The first reason why I do my brows after applying my primer is because I want my foundation to have something to stick to. So by giving my primer a couple minutes to set, it allows it to get sticky, which gives my foundation something to stick to. So therefore, I have the benefits of both the primer and the foundation, rather than just having to work with a weird combination of the formulas between the primer and the foundation. In other words, by doing what I'm doing, by putting on my primer and then doing my brows and letting everything set, I'm going to give my primer a minute to get work in, filling in my pores, getting sticky, so it gives my foundation something to stick to, and then I can put on my foundation, and the foundation will work separately because the primer's dry rather than everything mixed together. The second reason why the second reason why I apply my brows and then I do my foundation is because if my brows are messy, and I want to go in and clean up, I can always go in and just use foundation, especially if I'm in a rush. I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to like spend time putting on concealer and bacon and all of that. I don't have time for that if I'm in a rush to do my everyday makeup. I also hate when I'll put on my foundation and I'll accidentally get my brow. And I mean, I can go in and I can clean up my brow with like micellar water or makeup wipe remover. I could do that, but then I take the chance of wiping off my foundation and then it's just a hot mess. Or I could just draw over my foundation, but then my pencil sits there and it'll dip into the foundation and it'll just scratch it off, and I don't really get the true color of my brow pencil. I will apply my foundation if I'm applying brow pomade, but not if I'm doing just pencil alone like I do in my everyday makeup. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. Girl, this is my holy grail foundation. I've seen this foundation priced between $6 and $8 depending on the store I've been at. But it's so incredibly amazing. It's a mousse foundation, and I don't usually wear a lot of mousse foundations. This is really the only one that I found that I've really liked. It is so full coverage. And it has a satin finish, which I really like, which it doesn't make me look cakey. It really gives me that more like natural kind of look too. However, the one complaint that I do have about this foundation is that it really settles into your pores because it's so thick. However, I have found a way around that. I will use my beauty blender, and instead of sitting here and just tapping on my skin, I'll just pull it across. So I'm not really getting the texture of the beauty blender and putting that into my skin on top of more texture. I'm just smoothing it across my texture so it's not really settling into my pores. I don't know if that's like an Instagram approved or whatever beauty guru approved hack. That's just something that's worked for me. And that's how I've gotten out of the one con of this foundation. It's also not super transfer proof if you really are sitting there and you're like actually like dripping down sweat. But if you're oily, I have found that it is mostly transfer proof. I wouldn't trust it on a white shirt. Like if you're hugging somebody and they have a white shirt, don't get your face near them. I don't know if I would trust it that much unless you hate the person. So I'm just gonna take this much. A decent amount of foundation. This is shade 200 Soft Beige. This is my summertime color. I will go up to 210 maybe, but in the winter I'm shade Ivory. Yeah, that's a cute look. So basically in my everyday makeup routine, I don't apply concealer. I don't, because like, it's my everyday makeup routine. Concealer can be expensive, especially because like the only one that I found that's like actually like pretty decent coverage is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I love that concealer so much. However, it doesn't have a whole lot in it. So I could probably go through and like if I'm doing like heavy concealing, like if I really want to get in there and I want to like take care of all my problems, that could get pretty expensive. So what I really just do to cover up my dark circles, because this foundation covers up everything, is I'll put this under my eyes. So actually looking at this foundation in this harsh lighting, it does look a little light for me, but when I go outside and I'm in like natural lighting, I'm in the real world, this is an amazing match. It matches my neck, it matches my chest, and it matches my face. My shoulders and my arms are like darker than the rest of my body, but I promise you that this shade is a really good match in person in natural lighting. As you can see, I have the foundation on, and guys, it is so full coverage and it makes my skin look so incredibly good. As I mentioned earlier, if I'm in the rush to do my makeup, or if I'm just doing like, you know, just a quick throwing on some makeup to get going, I don't apply concealer. But what I will do is I'll just take a little bit more foundation, and since this foundation is so full coverage, it works, and I'll just put that underneath my eyes. So here's what the foundation looks like all blended out. I don't have dark circles, I don't have dark marks, you can't see pores, redness, nothing. I am good. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is applying the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I pair the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder with the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation because it really will keep me matte. Like it's true to its word, I do stay matte all day. This is the Mata Pro BMX 130 pointed brush that I'm just going to be using and tapping into my skin. After I've applied my foundation, I'm going to go through and set it with this setting spray. Today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set Setting Spray. I love the e.l.f. setting sprays. I'm going to be using an illuminating one because I'm not going to be out and I'm not going to be wearing this for too long. So I do want to give my skin a little bit of a glow. So I'm just going to set this. So So the next step that I do after applying setting spray is I will go in and I start working on my eyes. If I'm in a rush, I will only apply mascara. However, if I have a couple of extra minutes, I will go in and I will take this Wet n Wild nude eyeliner and I will apply it to my waterline on my bottom line. It helps to open up my eyes and make me look more awake, which really adds to a fresh face. After applying the eyeliner, I go in and I apply mascara. I've never used this mascara before, but I wanted to try it out because I just got it in my June Target Beauty box. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Plumping Mascara. I've never used this before, so I guess you could say this is kind of a first impressions too. I have nothing else on my eyelashes. I haven't curled them because I want to see what this mascara is going to do for me, so let's see. So this is what my lashes look like after one application of the mascara on both my top and bottom lashes. I did have a little bit of a whoopsies right here, but besides that, I feel like my lashes look so thick and full. Like for a mascara, I'm actually really impressed, especially with it being a drugstore mascara. I've had so many mascaras that people have really hyped up and it's really been a big letdown, but I'm not mad at this one. It didn't add a whole bunch of length to my lashes. However, like I feel like I have like visible lashes that look like kind of good for just wearing mascara, which I'm really impressed with. We are almost done here, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is applying a bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer and blush duo, and in here contains my favorite bronzer. This is the e.l.f. St. Lucia blush and bronzer duo. This is $3, girl. I love this stuff so much. The bronzer looks so nice in my skin tone. I don't love the blush because it does have gold glitter in it. However, for quick up and getting going, it does an amazing job. So I'm just taking a big fan brush and I'm just applying some of that onto my forehead and my cheeks just to give some warmth. I'm not really looking to sculpt and carve my face. I'm looking just to add some warmth, like a sun-kissed glow. Definitely look very sun-kissed now. I look warm. I just love that bronzer so incredibly much. I don't know, do they have like an individual of that bronzer? Like does blush just have that bronzer alone? Please let me know if they do. Next, I'm going to be taking another fan brush and just dipping in blush. I really like using fan brushes for blush. I feel like it just makes the process so much more even. I don't know, I'm really somebody who struggles to apply blush evenly. It's always like really patchy or I just like focus it in one area, and I found that using a fan brush really helps me out of that predicament. So I'm just tapping into the e.l.f. blush from the St. Lucia because again, this is my everyday look. I'm pretending like I'm in a rush. I don't have time to sit here and be looking through for like other blushes. It's just really convenient to have a blush and a bronzer in this duo. After I apply a little bit of blush to add some color to my cheeks, I'm going to go in and I apply my highlighter. Today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Gold Bar highlighter. This was limited, well is, I don't know if it's still, but I don't know. This was limited edition. It says that it was limited edition when I bought it, and look how nice it is. It has a little mirror in it. This was like $4.99, and I'm just going to be applying, using a tapered highlighter brush from Luxie. I'm just going to be applying a little bit on my cheekbones and on my nose. I absolutely love having a strong highlight on my nose. It makes me feel like Rudolph and I can like power my way through all the negativity with a bright nose highlight. So I've just applied my highlighter. If you really want to make sure you have a poppin' highlighter, I always say put on setting spray, then apply highlighter. However, be careful because it can get really strong using applying a highlighter with a wet face. After I've applied my highlighter, I'm going to go in and just add a second coat of setting spray. Last but not least, I'm going to apply lip gloss. Lip gloss, I just love wearing lip gloss so much. A clear lip gloss is all that I need. And I feel like that's what, literally, like, I just feel like a clear lip gloss is what makes my lips look the prettiest. I do have some foundation on my lips, so I'm just going to clean that off using a cotton pad and some micellar water. I'm going to be using LA Colors Clear Lip Gloss for my lip gloss of the day. That is it for my everyday summer makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was super quick, super easy, and all with affordable makeup. I hope it wasn't too complicated, and please let me know if you have any questions down below. I can't wait to help some of you guys get started on your makeup journey. That makes me feel so excited for you guys. If you have any questions, again, leave them down in the comment section down below. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video.